Alright. Alright, Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. This is your brother Al-War making a video to feed the sheep and edify the lambs. Shalom to the Akyam wa Akwathim that are going to be watching this video. Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Barakathum. Call Allah Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. So I was reading this article, checking the news, keeping the watch. As always, I might not upload a video, but I'm constantly looking at the news. And I have videos I can upload. I just don't feel like they're good enough to upload. So that was just the spirit that I've been in. But nevertheless, I was reading the comments, and one person mentioned the mark of the beast, right? And this is what they said. It says the V is the mark of the beast. No Hajj, can't fly. What other restrictions are on the horizon? Can't enter a store, can't attend live events, can't do this or do that if you don't get the V mark. Well, the thing is it's similar, it's close, right? Because let me get it. It's close, right? But unless you're literally able to, you won't be able to use the V to buy or sell, right? So you like they're trying to do the health passport thing, right? Like they see here, you see CV19 passport, digital health ID, right? They're trying to use this to show for proof, right? Because let's say they lifted it and you didn't have to wear the mask anymore. So you could have just lied and said, oh yeah, I got vaccinated, right? But you need proof. They want proof. So with the chip, with the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, you could have your ID on there. You could have currency on there. You can enter and you could enter into locked buildings. You can make transactions. And you're literally going to be able to take it in your forehead or in your right hand, right? Which when they put it in your hand, they put it in between your thumb and your, what they call your index finger, the finger you usually use to point, right? But it's close. It's getting to that. So that's why I made a previous video saying the Most High might have blinded you, certain people, to see it to not be able to see it until it comes to pass. Right, so it says, verse 13 and 16, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Now, right now you can still buy and sell, right? You can, if you don't wear a mask and go to a store, they can refuse you service, but that doesn't. You can still use Uber. You can have food delivered to you. They're trying to cut that out, right? And the upset is because of what is said in the article of this video. It says no jab and no Hajj. Saudi says all Muslims will need to have CV before they can perform annual pilgrimage to Mecca. Now this is an important thing to the Muslims, right? How the Most High says we gotta to meet up for the Passover. There's 3 holy feast days where we're supposed to all come to Jerusalem, right? We're in captivity now, so we got to do the best we can, and we're scattered to the 4 corners of the earth, but we do it in different ways. Or some brothers like go to, right now it'd be Atlanta, right? And I know it's getting to the point where you ain't even gonna be able to do it like that anymore, the way Esau's moving, right? But this is I'm just doing this to show another example on how they're using these things to take away your rights and put you in a tight spot. All right. I guess we can read a little bit. It says health authorities in Saudi Arabia have said that any Muslims wanting to perform the annual Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca will first need to provide proof that they've been I wonder if I could even say that, but you can read it, against CV19. Saudi Arabia's health ministry confirmed the decision in a statement on Tuesday, saying that the V would be the main condition for participation after Health Minister Tawfiq Rabia said compulsory V would be required for all pilgrims. And that's nothing in their scriptures. Most I didn't say you gotta most I wouldn't have said in the scriptures that you gotta take some V to keep a feast day. But the people who read these different type of news articles, they don't watch mainstream media, so they got a little bit more intellect than the average person, right? This guy says, no surprise here, this will soon be global. Needless to say, you want to do anything outside of your home and you'll have to prove you had a V that has been approved, right? In myself, I shall live in my home where I work and have all needs delivered. See, right now some people will be able to avoid that, but the time is coming where you ain't gonna be able to avoid it. They're gonna crack down on you and say you can't get paid unless you got this chip, right? You can't make an interaction unless you got this chip. And that's what this scripture is talking about, hour of temptation. And another point that I want to make on it is these health ministers and these leaders of these people who are supposed to uphold their religion above all things, they're in bed with this place, with the leaders of this place. So that's why they're pushing the V. Another person made a comment. He says, as a Muslim, I oppose the decision of Saudi authorities, right? Oh, he says only Allah can set the conditions for Hajj, no one else. Well, guess what? They're your rulers, so they can do what they want with you guys. And people are going to be afraid to object their rulers, so they're going to, or they want to do the Hajj, so they're going to take the V. This is what the scripture is talking about. Right, Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. See, everyone's getting tempted. Everyone's going to be getting tempted. Right, but ultimately there's only one people that's supposed to get delivered out of it anyways. Right, so that's why I brought up this article to show another example. Right? Singapore Airlines launched CV19 passport describing digital health ID as part of the new normal. Right, I put up a video that the elder Apostle Tahar did about in Israel. They're saying you can't go to the people who take the V can stop wearing masks and they could go to the gyms and do all that normal stuff again. Right. So let me read this, because I'm going to show you an example like this article, right? It says, Orban lashes out at Hungarian MEP's gay gangbang in Brussels, calling it indefensible and incompatible with values. So this man's like a prime minister MEP, right? And this is another example to show you that the leaders of these places that go up in front of their people and act like they're so righteous and they're not evil. This is what they do behind the doors. And the people actually think that they're all about upholding values of this place and being clean, when they're really wicked. Right, and this is Hungary is mostly I believe it's Catholic. Let me look it up. Yeah, it says according to the 2019 Eurobarometer, 62% of Hungarians are Catholic. But here, as you can see, is the leader of this place, right? Their princes, their rulers, is getting caught in it says apparent gay orgy. As it says, as incompatible with our values. Y'all don't uphold your values, man. But the man who's cussing him out, you don't know he's doing it too. But he didn't get caught, so he doesn't have to admit to it. So this is another example showing you in behind closed doors, this is what they do. Get the scripture for that. Ezekiel 8. Because our leaders did it. Our leaders still do it till this day. All the people who are people look up to, like our rappers, our NBA, our athletes. All they speak is perverseness, and they do evil, man. Okay, I'm gonna start here. So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things and abominable beasts and all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the wall round about. And there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel, and in the midst of them stood Yaazaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up. So they're offering up incense to these idols. This was the ancients of our people, doing this in the dark. Then said he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark? They weren't doing this out in the open. Every man in the chambers of his imagery. For they say the Most High seeth us not, the Most High hath forsaken the earth. That's what he was saying. That's what these people say. He's supposed to uphold his Catholic values, right? But here in the dark, you're participating in homosexuality, punishable by death. Right, and the point I want to make with that is because all these leaders of these people, they're in this thing together. The low-level people that's under them, they don't know what's going on. Right, so let me read this and I'll close out. Psalm 83:2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that... I'll start at 1. Keep not thou silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Right, they're proud. Right? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have taken crafty counsel, conspiracy, they conspired against us. Right? They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that's what they've done. They called us by these different names, these proverbs and bywords. Right? For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Right, so we don't see them written in the scriptures, them consulting together, but you read accounts of it, like in Maccabees, right, with Antiochus, right into his neighbor kingdoms of the heathen, right, and the leaders of Yashar Allah going to participate in that too, building gymnasiums after the matter of the Grecians, right. Now he names them out: the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes. Right, oh, the Edom and Ishmael, right? They're health leaders, right? They're telling you got to take the V, right? Esau is telling you got to take the V. Same thing with Moab, the Chinese. They're all doing the same thing. All these nations, they're all in one accord. The leaders, they're all in one accord. And the people are just wondering, like, what's going on? Why y'all doing this? Right, so with that, I say, call halal Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and Shalom.